Welcome. This is the Arm Balance series, and today we are looking at Tittibhasana, which is Firefly Pose. This is quite a challenging one, and I won't lie, it's not my favorite arm balance. I don't actually feel like I'm the best at it, so don't worry if you're falling all over the place. We are going to be in this together. One thing I will say is I find it much easier to practice this pose with blocks below the hands. It will help to elevate your hands, and I think it makes it a little bit easier. So make sure that you've got a set of blocks or something similar as a platform for your hands. And then when you're ready, let's begin in a seated position. So take a moment to settle in, rest your hands on your knees, sit up nice and tall. And then with this lengthened spine, we'll start to move in circular motions, just as if you were stirring a pot. Try to keep your chest up so you're not compressing your spine, you're decompressing by lengthening. And then after a few times in one direction, switch directions. Good, so hopefully that helps you to feel a little bit looser. So you can find a neutral position, place the left hand on your side, reach your right arm up and over and start bending to the left. And here we're looking to get a stretching sensation down the whole right side of your torso and through the arm. So you can really reach through your arm. Keep your chest open to the side of your room. Take a deep breath in here. And at the end of your exhale, windmill the arms as we bend to the right side. This time creating length down the left side of your torso. Keep reaching through your left arm. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to let it go. And coming back through center. Right hand comes to left knee. Gentle twist to the left now. Keep sitting up nice and tall. Think about lengthening your spine. And with each exhale, see if you can twist a little further. Just finding those micro movements with each breath out. Good. At the end of your next exhale, let's untwist and go to the right side. So left hand comes to right knee. Gentle twist to begin with, so nothing crazy, no need to force it. With each exhale, see if more space becomes available for you to twist into. Wonderful. On your exhale, come back through center. Then meet me in tabletop, hands and knees position. Setting your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We'll start by rocking forwards and backwards. So just a simple movement to warm up your wrists. You can start slow and then begin to pick up the pace a little bit. Focus on pressing the floor away. And then the next time you rock forwards, hold it there. So we're focusing on pushing the floor away here, strengthening the wrists in this extended position, which is super helpful for our Firefly Pose. Keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center, so shoulders over wrists. Extend your right leg and reach your left arm forwards. Then gaze down to relax your neck. We'll hold this here. As you hold it here, notice what's going on in your torso, in your belly, in your spine. Is your belly dipping down? You're starting to feel like you're sticking your bum out and you're coming into a back bend. If that's the case, bring your lower ribs towards your hips. Tilt your pelvis so that you lengthen your low back. And then hold that there. Keep pressing the floor away. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Look forwards. Bring your right leg out to the right side, left arm out to the left side, then lower your foot to the side and thread your left arm under your right. Nice. Gradually lower yourself down to the mat. You can take a few deep breaths here. Just settling into the ground. Nice deep inhales. Long exhales. One more breath here. And then let's reverse that sequence. So start by pressing away from your mat. Lift the arm and the leg out to the side. Bring the arm forwards, the leg back. And return to tabletop. Okay, second side. Left leg lifts, right arm reaches forwards. As you hold this balance, start to check in with your alignment. Notice what's going on in your spine. Make any little adjustments you need to. Keep pressing the floor away. And we'll hold this here for 3, 2, 1. Look forwards. Bring your right arm to your right side, left leg to the left side. Then lower the foot and the right arm threads under left. Slowly lower down to the mat. Take a little breather here. Good. Then reversing that, so press away from your mat. Arm and leg lift out to the side. Bring the leg back, the arm forwards. And come back into tabletop. Nice. Then tuck in your toes, slowly lift your hips, press back into downward facing dog. And as we ease into position here, start to pedal out your legs. So we're giving the legs a little bit of time to get settled in our downward dog. Good. And looking in between your hands, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand and lower your back knee down into lizard lunge. We'll take a breath in here. With your breath out, step it back to downward facing dog. Looking forwards again, left foot steps into lizard this time. Lower your back knee down. Take a full breath in. Exhale, step back to downward dog. We're going to repeat that, going a little bit faster now. So right foot forwards, inhale lizard, exhale down dog. Left foot forwards, inhale, exhale back. 2 more rounds, go a little bit quicker each time so we build some heat in your body. Warming up the legs, the hips. And then meet me back in downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and an audible exhale out. Good. Looking in between your hands now. Lift your heels so you're just on the balls of your feet. And then start to bend your knees as if you're charging your legs, filling them up with power. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, jump both feet to the outsides of both hands. So you're coming into this yogi squat position. You can start to send the hips down, coming into a malasana. We'll take a breath in here. And on your exhale, you can either jump or step back to downward facing dog. Moving through this a few more times. So look forwards, lift your heels, bend your knees. Inhale. At the bottom of your exhale, jump. Take a breath in your malasana or your yogi squat, wherever you are. And with your exhale, back to downward facing. 2 more, a little quicker this time. Go at the pace of your own breath. And the next time you find yourself in your malasana, take a few more moments here. You can start to rock side to side. Really warming up the lower body now. We're going to be spending quite a lot of time in this position and positions like it. So we want to make sure we're really comfy here. Good. And from your malasana, straighten your legs. Bring your feet in so they are parallel and fold forwards. And we're looking to get a really deep forward fold in this class. So instead of forcing anything, let it happen naturally. Just let the weight of your torso come down to ground with gravity. Nice. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Then edge your feet as wide as your mat. And on your exhale, start to walk your hands through your legs, bringing yourself into a deeper fold. So see how far you can walk your hands to begin with. No pressure to go super far just yet. On your inhale, walk your hands forwards, lift your chest, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, walking the hands through the legs again. See if you can go a little further, just exploring what space becomes available. A couple more times. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, walk the hands through the legs. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, walk the hands through. This time we're going to hold it here. So try to plant your hands on the mat. Rest your chin in towards your chest so the neck can relax. Breathing steady here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Walk your hands forwards. And then you can step back into downward facing dog. Nice. Bring your knees down to the mat to find tabletop. And from here, you can just swing your legs around to come into a seated position. Good. From your seated position, open your legs out. They don't have to go super wide, just enough so that it is a little bit of a straddle position. And then frame your right leg with both hands. And you'll practice just lifting the leg up and lowering it down 5 times. Instead of leaning all the way back, try to keep your head level with your hips. And it's surprisingly challenging, this one. It's quite deceptive. After 5, frame the left leg, lift, lower 5 times. Whew. And that's 5. Now the real challenge, place your hands just in front of you, in between both legs. And you can push your fingertips into the mat to help you lift both legs 5 times at the same time. Use your breath, so take an inhale before you move. Use that forceful exhale to lift the legs. Try not to sit back too far. Think about keeping your head in line with your hips. And that's 5. Good. Bend both knees. And then you can just let your knees fall side to side like windscreen wipers. Few times left and a few times right. Good. Then open your legs into a straddle position this time. So try and challenge yourself. See how far you can open the legs. Start with your hands in between your legs. Keep your spine nice and long. Take an inhale. With your exhale, maintaining that length, that integrity of your spine, walk the hands forwards. Fold in, super slow, hinging from your hips. You're not rounding the back. If you get tempted to round, think about keeping your chest up. The fold is happening further down at the hinge of your hips. And we'll hold this here for 5 breaths. So start to bring an awareness to your inhale and your exhale. Nothing else to do other than breathe here. And that's 5. Really good. Come all the way back up. Then you can bring your legs together. Give them a little rub if they need some love. Good. Then swing your legs around. For this next part, you will want to have your block. So find whatever props it is that you've got. And for this, I find it's actually easier, although I will say it can be a little wobblier, so be careful, to have them on the middle setting, so the thinnest side faces up, because I find it's easier to grip your hand around the block than to have such a wide block. I think this is more challenging, but try both ways, see what works for you. That's just what works for me. So set your blocks shoulders width distance apart, and then you'll stand in front of your block, so feet as wide as your mat. Blocks are behind the legs. And then just like we've been practicing, start with your hands in front of you, lift your chest, deep inhale. As you exhale, start to walk your hands through your legs as you fold in deeper, and then bring both hands to the blocks. And you want to be able to wrap the hands around both blocks. And start to bend your knees so that you start to sit on the backs of your arms. And just find this position here to begin. We're just going to spend a few breaths so that you get a little bit more used to what this feels like. You can even maybe start to lift the heels slightly so you're taking your weight into your hands. Good, and then let's come back up into the fold. If you need to make any adjustments, maybe you need to bring your blocks a little closer to you, go ahead and do that so that you feel really confident using these props. And we'll add on to that now. So start with an inhale, nice long spine. As you exhale, again, we're walking the hands through the legs. Find your blocks. Bend your knees so that you can sit back on your arms. And then see if you can lift your heels. So tippy toes may still be on the mat. That's okay, just stay here. We're just doing the starting stages of our Firefly. So keep pressing through the hands. Gaze down for balance. Hold 3, 2, 1. Good. Come back into your fold. If the wrists are feeling a little tired, clasp your hands together and roll them out. Give them a little rest. Also, your neck may be feeling a little tense, so bring chin to chest. Just nod the head. Yes and no. Couple times. Releasing any tension that's built up there. Really good. Okay, then last one. Let's try and put it together. See if we can lift those legs. So starting with an inhale, nice long spine. As you exhale, fold forwards, walk the hands through your legs. Find your blocks. Good. Then very slowly bend your knees, sitting back. Resting the backs of your thighs on the upper arms. Keep sitting back. See if you can lift the tippy toes this time. Straighten the legs. Holding your balance. 3, 2, and 1. Come back into your forward fold. Let's find ragdoll now. So holding opposite elbows, swaying side to side. Give yourself an internal pat on the back for your hard work. It was definitely not an easy one. And if you didn't get it, don't worry about it. I'm not really that great at this one either. It's something to work on for the future. Okay, you can set your blocks out to the side now. And then make your way down to a kneeling position. And we'll take a child's pose just to reset. You can either reach your arms forwards in child's pose, or you can relax your arms by the side. I find this second variation is a little easier for the shoulders. And then start to slow down your breath. Know that the hard work is done. You made it. Wonderful. Slowly come up into a kneeling position, taking as much time as you need. Then rest your hands on your thighs, soften your eyes closed a moment. And I like to close every one of these challenging classes by reminding you to let go of the events of the class, let go of any expectations for your body, for the practice. So it's done, it's past, it doesn't matter anymore. You showed up, you did the work, and that's what counts. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. And with that, open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if, like me, this is a really challenging one for you, then don't worry about it. If there's room for growth, that's never a bad thing. Thank you for your time. I hope to see you for the next one. Namaste.